Hey everybody, it's Alexia from amysticspath back with another weekly energy video for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Now today I would like to take the time to talk about the full moon that we have coming up this Thursday, the 15th of August. Now this is taking place in the sign of Aquarius. Now Aquarius is one of my favorite energies to be ruled by. Why is this? Well, this is because my moon is in Aquarius and it affects me greatly on an authentic level of who I am. Now, when we are looking at the energies of Aquarius, we are looking at the energies of connecting fully to our authentic selves and to really go against the status quo. We are looking at being bored with the status quo or rebelling against. You'll see a lot of rebellion against the government, rebellion against society, rebellion against, kids with their parents in general. But this also, the energy of Aquarius really paves the way for us to connect to our authentic selves and to really develop and expand things and really think outside the box. Now, what I'm seeing for this moon specifically, I'm seeing the energies of taking the load off, kind of taking the edge off, kind of indulging in things that help take the edge off and that you like to do, okay? And this is because things have been bare, things have been hard, money has been tight, resources have been tight, your energy has been tight, and you're tired. It's just kind of time to take the load off and kind of indulge in the things that you like to do, okay? We're not looking for overindulgence here, but we're looking to kind of try to take the edge off. And this is what the energy of this moon is going to kind of do for you, okay? Now, when we look at the cards, for what I'm seeing in the cards, the first spot we get is what possibilities are being offered to me right now. And we get the King of Cups and Ogun Balindio. And this is just going over, enforcing what I just said even more. The King of Cups is about really, he is, in this card we can see him, secluding himself. He is rooted in his emotions, okay? And he's kind of, when he's taking the edge off, he's drinking a little bit and he's playing some cards, even with himself. He doesn't even have to be around a whole group of people because he's, taking the rest that he needs. Maybe that rest is from a whole bunch of people, or maybe there is people involved, because we can see that he's kind of watching. Maybe, the person he's looking at is across from him. We can't see. But nevertheless, he is taking that time that he needs for himself to kind of unwind and kind of sit within everything that has gone on and kind of just take the edge off and kind of be able to just breathe a little bit, okay? He is, emotionally and mentally resting here, okay? Now, what area of my life is craving freedom and experimentation? And we get the King of Swords and Masa La Flambeau. And this is really speaking of the way you have moved through life and the way that you have created things, the way you have exerted your energy has been very, this is what I'm supposed to do, this is what's expected of me, so this is what I'm going to do, or this is how so-and-so got this done, so that's how I'm going to do it, or this is what my research told me, so that's how I'm going to do this. And this energy is really asking us to think outside the box. Yes, do your research. Yes, ask questions. See what has worked for others before, but you have to put your own spin on it. We're not copycatting here. We are making something our own that fits us and fits our individuality that we can call our own. So yes, we're using the stepping stones that others have paved the way because it's already been completed. This might be something that's already been done. Maybe you're not creating something. Maybe it's just the way you're moving through life again. But nevertheless, thinking outside the box and really connecting to what vision you see for what it is that you're working on, or what vision you see for yourself. It doesn't have to be so logical and so pinpoint and so organized. You can kind of take ideas from other places. You can take, open your mind up, meditate, let ideas come in. It doesn't have to look a certain way. You don't have to paint this picture that somebody else has already created before. You can paint your own picture. Yes, there can be some of the structure of that, but kind of using this energy to think outside of the box, okay? Now, where in my life can I bring more unity? And we get the Four of Wands, okay? and Urzuli Freda Dahomey, sorry. And this is really saying that when we are looking at unity and we are looking at coming together with others and we are looking at celebrating with others, a lot of people are afraid to go out and connect when they are dealing with something that may be rough, or they feel broken, or they're not sure who they really are. And this is saying that you don't have to be 100% know who you are exactly to be connected with others and to celebrate. You don't have to be this shiny package that has everything figured out to connect and celebrate with others. You don't have to sit in this energy of sadness. You can still go ahead and explore and celebrate and connect with other like-minded people and really connect and come to being a part of the collective that puts in what they have to give. You don't have to be 100% put together for that. And you can still go home and cry because you don't feel like you have everything together. But that's the thing, you don't have to feel like or have everything together to be able to celebrate and connect with others. You just don't have to. And kind of stepping away from that, stepping out of that thought process that I have to be completely healed, I have to look like this, and since I'm looking like this I have to authentically be that. You don't have to even portray that you have everything together. We're human and we're all trying to figure this out. And letting other people see that will make them even more, like, give them the courage to do the same, because it's all, this face that we put on that we have everything together, that we have everything figured out. No, you don't have to do that, and you don't have to do that to connect to others, because guess what? Others don't have it all figured out either, okay? And that's kind of how we're being pulled to really bring in unity and connection with others, is you don't have to sit here and have everything figured out. You can still go out and do the work that you want to do and find the like-minded people that you want to find and do the work and how you want to see change in the world, even though you don't have it all figured out, even though you don't think that your light is the brightest, or there's still a lot of darkness to you because there's still a lot of unhealed things. That is okay. You can still be a good person and still do the things that you want to see change in the world while you're healing yourself, okay? Now, what old habits / beliefs need to be released under this full moon? And we get the Magician as well as Loco. And this is saying that when we are looking at our manifestation, a lot of us feel like we have to force it, or if we are not on top of the idea that we have that we're trying to manifest, if we're not continuously making or working our magic on it, or if we're not continuously working towards it, that it's not going to come to fruition. Well, the thing is that's what you're thinking, so that's what's going to happen. But in all reality, that's not the case. You're letting the universe know what it is that you want, and it's not saying to not work towards it. It's just saying that you don't have to force your will. The universe already knows what it is that you want. Be open to receiving the opportunities that come in to get you to where you want, but you don't have to be so forceful. And when you are going to grab onto these opportunities, you don't have to hoard them or hold them on and feel like you have to protect them with everything so nobody else can see it, because you don't want it to slip to your fingers, because you're not believing and you're not flowing, you're just kind of hoarding. So really letting go of the fact that you feel like you need to force so much just for your manifestation to come in, kind of release that under this full moon. We're looking at a new way of thinking, a new way of doing things that aren't like everything everybody else is doing, all right? Now, where do I need to go with the flow? And we have the Page of Swords and Aizane. And this is really a message of being more devoted and nurturing. And this is devoted and nurturing to yourself. This is treating others in a nurturing way. This is operating from a space of love and compassion, because that can be really hard, but going with the flow of love and compassion within your own tribe, within your own community, because that is where we have the most backlash, especially when things are changing. We kind of take it out on those that are closest to us. And when we're looking at the energy of Aquarius, we're looking at an energy that is uncomfortable to a lot of people because we do not necessarily like change. And we don't like to necessarily see the ones that we love change out of fear of losing them, because a lot of us are operating from a place of attachment, even though we don't like to admit that, no, I love them, I can't live without them, but that's also operating from a place of attachment. We all do that, but understanding that everybody has their own path and everybody has their own way, and kind of going with the flow of that, accepting that. Be devoted to your tribe. Just because you're devoted to your tribe, that doesn't mean you have to do all of this work so that they know that you love them, or whatever the case may be. It is simply the fact that you're devoted to loving them, and you are devoted to understanding that everybody has different paths, and that you can kind of operate out of a place of love and compassion and say, okay, that's what you're doing while I'm over here and I'm doing this, let's meet in the middle later. It doesn't have to be, oh, since you're doing this or since I'm doing this, you have to be with me, because that's more of a place of attachment, and that's not what we want. Attachment doesn't flow, attachment controls. Okay, and that is what I'm seeing for our full moon in Aquarius this Thursday. But I also did things a little bit differently and pulled some cards from my Witch's Wisdom Oracle deck for an extra supporting message. And the cards that I got were respect, okay, fertility, and boundaries. And this is really saying that, one, we have to respect one another. A lot of us are feeling this intense energy. They're feeling passionate about different things, and they're feeling passionate about connecting to who they are. And these are really a lot of seeds that are going to be planted after this full moon on connecting to what it is that we like authentically and what feels good to us. So one, be strong within your boundaries, but also respect other people's boundaries as well. That's why we're getting the respect card and the boundaries. Respect your own boundaries and respect others' boundaries while people are on the path to self-discovery and figuring out what is it that feels good to them. And of course, you know, we are respecting them, we are respecting ourselves on this path. And I hope that you all really got something out of this reading, that it really resonated with you and helped you in some way. If you have any questions regarding anything that I've went over today, please do not hesitate to contact me, because I would love to help you along even more. And if you feel that you need a reading specifically for yourself, please contact me and I would love to work with you. Everybody have a great day.